Yeah, welcome to What's Broken. So I kinda got started on this, jumped ahead, and then realized it might make an okay video. I picked up an Eagle Cuda 168 fish finder out of Kijiji for like 25 bucks. Mostly all there. It works. I tried it out in the boat yesterday. Seemed to work well. But they give you like 25 feet of cable with it. And I want to cut it down to 6 feet, so I've got the plug-in end, and I left about 2.5 feet. And then I have the transducer end, and this is where I cut the bulk of it off. When I'm done, I want it to be about 6 feet long. So I'll slide these on first, and then I'll show you what I started. These are just heat shrink that I'll use, or shrink tube, whatever. I'll use those to sort of seal it up when I'm done. I don't know how long the splice will be yet, so I'm putting 3 of them on just in case, because they may overlap or whatever. So I took a little, Olfa razor knife, but you can use whatever brand, and very carefully cut the outer insulation. It was wrapped with paper, so I peeled off the paper. And then apparently this stuff's shielded. Now, I'm no electrician. I know a little bit about 12 volt, a little bit about 120 volt. That's about it. Just enough to hurt myself. But apparently this aluminum foil shield prevents interference from, I guess, from other sources. I'm just looking to see if, okay, each of these are individually wrapped. I think. Okay, it appears, come on, it would appear that the blue and, looks like blue and black wire. Now some of you might be going, why not just wrap it up and, wrap it with tape? All the extra wire. I've done that in the past, and it's always bugged me. And if you're a little anal retentive like me, this might be the video for you. So yeah, the blue and black were wrapped together. Looks like the ground isn't wrapped. I don't know if there's 1 or 2 in here. Looks like there might be 2 wires wrapped in here as well. If I'd spent 2 or 3 or 400 bucks on a new one, I might not be doing this, but for 25 bucks, I figured, what the heck. Okay, so the white and the yellow are wrapped as well. So blue and black and white and yellow. Just let me recheck my length. And I'll cut another foot or so off to get rid of it. Just got the blade sticking out maybe 3/16 of an inch. I'm just sort of scoring the outer sheath and cutting through right at the end. And then you can sort of break it back and peel it. Come on. Okay, now sort of untwist these. Which one's got the ground? Get the ground out of the way. If I can't reuse this foil, I'm just going to try wrapping it with good old household tin foil. Okay. I think I'll set these up and just start to splice and dice. I'll probably offset the splices so that the cable's not too thick at any point. Looks like this little green stuff will work for it's a pretty thin cable. I got the ground. See if I can't find a couple of clothespins to hold this sheath out of the way. There, that's sort of wrapped up. I think I'll trim this back just a little more. I've got about 4 inches there and 4 here. I think I'll go back to about 6. Just so I got lots of room to make the splices. Tried looking on the internet for somebody who's shortened a cable. I found lots of forums where they talked about it, but I couldn't find any good old YouTube videos where they actually did it. So figured I'd make one. The other thing I could use for foil is I have some of that duct tape, that sticky one side aluminum tape, so I may use some of that as well, or instead of the household stuff. Don't really know yet. All right. One, two, three, four. Yeah, if I have to, I might have to move this one back a bit too, but let's start with yellow. Let me get some wire strippers. I think first thing I'll cut the yellow. Okay, before I forget, better clip a length of this stuff. If you've seen any of the other videos I did, you'll know that I'm not the world's best solderer. So I kind of do these the lazy way. I bend them both over and then wrap them. And then just put a dot of solder on them. Sort of squeeze them a little flatter. Yeah, that should slide over. Now let me find something to keep this separated and then I'll turn it back on. Okay. Got a little tinning flux. Help everything adhere a little better. I've got my soldering iron warming up. Shouldn't be long. There we go. That's one. That's cooled off already, so hopefully this will slide over. Which one next? I think I'll go for the white. Then I can wrap these. Let's cut that one right about. If that's going to bend there, I'll trim this one. Maybe go a little long. Can always subtract, can't always add. Come on. And one of yous was saying, don't forget this. Probably trim a little more off with the insulation. I got one strand of wire in there as well. As my first boss said, don't worry about it, you're not building a piano. Let's get a couple of wraps. Rid of the excess. Make sure this will slide over. That should work. Little bit of flux. And now we'll try number 2. go. You don't want to try sliding the heat tube over too quickly, because sometimes I've done it when this is still too warm and it shrinks and sort of, then you got to start over. Oh, I might have a lump here somewhere. Come on. And I think I'll smooth this one out a little bit. It's probably a little thick. Actually, I think the heat shrunk up the end of this a little bit. Like a surgeon. There we go. Now for the black and blue. These wire strippers are probably as old as I am, or close to it. I could probably buy new ones, but they were my dad's, so I like working with his tools. Oh, don't forget this. I think I need to trim a little more off. Yeah, I'll do it off this side. Alrighty. Fold that one over. Get a bit of a twist on these. There, just scrunch them down a little bit. I want to flatten this out a little more. That should work. There we go. I can feel a little barb sticking up. That's number 3. Do the black wire now. And then wrap them with tin foil. And then wrap the ground and maybe put a drop of solder on it. I'm not sure yet. Let's cut this one about there. Alright, and here's the black wire. Let that cool off. Itty bitty heat shrink. Might have to do this in sort of small chunks. I think it'll be just as easy to sort of use the new stuff. This stuff is rather sticky. That's about 2.5 or a wrap and a half or two, so The upside is it's sticky. The downside is it's sticky. I hope that all aluminum foil is created equal, that this will work as the shielding. There. I'll wrap this, what I'm assuming is the ground wire. There should be enough here to sort of get a really good twist on it. Plus they should have conductivity through the tin foil. Should be in the key word. I don't know if this stuff will quite, I don't think it'll fit over, so I'm going to get rid of this black insulation and just use the heat shrink that I slid over earlier. It's catching a little, but I think it's going to work. Awesome. Well, the heat shrink isn't black, but I don't think the fish will care. I don't know if it's shrunk enough. I'll try heating this end a little more. Still pretty warm. Yeah, I might wrap that with some good old electrical tape just to make it pretty. But I'm going to find a power source and then try hooking this back up and see if the fish finder powers up and looks normal. Be right back. Okay. I got 12.8 volts there. Let's see if these clothespins will do what I need them to. Well, it looks to be, you just feel the bottom of the Okay, so I'm back. I cut that heat shrink off because I wasn't getting any reaction or action at the transducer. When you turn them on, you should feel them or hear them sort of tick tick, and you can feel it. I don't know if you'll hear that or not. Anyhow, I thought maybe the wiring was buggered up, so I started to cut away the heat shrink, and then I got thinking that maybe it wasn't making a good enough connection, a full 12 volt or whatever. So I used a different clip on one and a better and a better clothespin. Turned it back on. And it's ticking, so at least it's sending the signal out and back. So I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to assume it'll work. Just wrap this with black tape. It'll be in the part of the boat where it won't see any water. And I don't know when I'm going to get out fishing, but if you're following any of the videos, you know, it'll be the next one or two clips of me out fishing, and when I'm doing that, then I'll put this to the test and see that it's working properly. But yeah, as long as you got some aluminum foil or some duct tape, I don't think it's that big a deal to shorten these extra long cables. Okay, looks like the splice I did on the fish finder seems to have worked. The shielding worked, so that aluminum duct tape will work for shielding. We're in about 18 feet of water, showing fish. So I'm going to call that one a success. Thanks for hanging out in the video, and we'll maybe see you on the next one. Bye for now.